Welcome everybody at PPG YT. My name is Ruben and today I'm going to guide you into a new playlist for injuries. Today we're going to go look at our back from all that sitting home behind our home desks. A lot of people are suffering from back pain, mainly lower back pain, so that's where we're going to zoom into. The class will look like this. We're going to start by moving the spine around first, so checking if it's moving correctly, so opening up a little bit, and then we're going to go to some core activation to stabilize our spine correctly. So let's dive straight into the mobility stuff. We're going to start on our hands and knees. We're going to get to cat camels, straight arms, get your knees under your hips, and I want you to arch your spine, so bring your navel down, chin up as high as you can, and the other way around. Draw your navel to the ceiling, bring your chin to your chest. Let's do this as big as you can without pain. So if you have any pains in your back, stop at the point where it starts to hurt. So maybe you're intolerant for extension, or maybe you're intolerant for flexion. That's what you're gonna find out now. Stop at the point, or actually slide before the point where it starts to hurt. So we're gonna make 10 repetitions, nice and slowly. Navel down, chin up, and navel up, chin down. Three. Inhale up. Exhale. Five. Exhale. Six. 7, 8, 2 more, as big as you can, 9, 10. Then we're gonna bend our spine laterally, so to the side. What we're gonna do, we're gonna bring our right shoulder and right hip together, pushing our left hip and shoulder apart. So we're gonna move from side to side, the other way as well. Once, I'll show you from the front. One shoulder and hip are bending towards each other, the others are moving away from each other. 2, we're also gonna make 10 reps. Same rules apply. If it hurts, stop right before the point where you've got pain. Bending the spine sideways. Nice and gentle, exploring the body and the points where you might experience some discomfort or pain. One more on each side. Perfect. Then we're gonna make a rotation with the thoracic spine, which is the part right under your neck towards your sternum. This part of the spine should be nice and supple, but because we're sitting rounded over, rounded forwards a lot, it gets quite stiff. And if you look at the spine, it has this curvature. It needs to be super mobile at the top and super stiff at the bottom. So the lower part of your spine, your lumbar spine, needs to be stabilized. It isn't made for a lot of movement. Just like the body, you've got a joint which is quite supple, followed by a stiff joint, followed by a super mobile joint, so it alternates. With the spine, it's the same thing. This is the mobile part. The lower part is more stiff. So we want to open up that thoracic spine. It's built for rotation, flexion, and extension, which we're gonna do right now. We're gonna get back to all fours. I want you to get one hand into your neck, and we're gonna twist our elbow as high up as you can, keeping the hip still, so don't rotate the hip with it. Try to keep the hip as still as possible. 3, 4, 5, and the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We continue the journey with a little bit of side flexion, extension, and flexion in the thoracic spine as well. So we're gonna sit on our knees, and I want you to hug yourself. Now we're gonna make a full rotation with the thoracic spine, starting by flexing ourselves forwards. So I'll show you from the side. We're only bending the thoracic spine, so I don't want you to flex the lower part. Keep it still. A little bit of flexion. Then we make a rotation to the side, lean to the side, then extend the thoracic, try to push your chest up. We lean to the other side, rotate to the other side, and get back to neutral. We're gonna make 5 rotations into each direction. So that was 1, flexion, rotation, lateral flexion, extension, lateral flexion, rotation, and flexion. Trying to move the segments of the thoracic spine into rep number 3. Press the chest up. 4. There we go. Flex, rotate, lean, extend, lean, rotate, and flex. Backwards one more time. Extend, rotate, lean, and back down. Then we're gonna lie on our side. I want you to lengthen your lower leg and get your upper leg in a 90-degree angle. If you've got a cushion or something, you can put it under. I'm gonna put my fist under it. Now, so then we're gonna twist our arm upwards and backwards without following with the hip. So I want you to press the knee down into the hand or into the cushion. And we're gonna make 10. Twists on each side, exhale. And follow the hand with your eyes. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. and 10. Then we get the other side. So again, the bottom leg is straight, the other one is bend in, 90 degrees. Push down on the fist, keep your hip twisted inwards, and on the exhale, we make a big twist. That's number 1. 2, and keep that hip as still as possible. 3, 4, 5, 6, and a big fat exhale when you rotate. 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. So now we're gonna get to the hips. Our hips are connected onto the lower back, and if your hips are too tight, so either the hamstring or the hip flexor, it will pull your hip underneath or forward, so a pelvic tilt, either anterior or posterior, if your hamstrings or hip flexors are too tight. So we're gonna open them up both to get some more movement or some less strain on the lower back from those two muscles. The first one we're gonna do is the hip flexor, which gets quite stiff from sitting a lot. If you're sitting, the angle is close, so the distance between my thigh and my hip is quite close, which means my hip flexor is in a short position. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna get into a half kneeling position. So now the hip flexor is in a longer position, squeezing our glutes, pushing forwards. We get a nice stretch in that hip flexor at the front of the hip. So first squeeze the glutes, lean forwards, try to find this stretch. From this position, what we're gonna do, we are first gonna try to shove the knee forwards. So to actually get the knee in that direction with as much force as possible for 10 seconds. So squeeze the glutes, lean forwards until you find a stretch. Now we're gonna push the knee forwards for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and push it backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're gonna stay in this position. Take deep breaths. As you notice, you went into a longer state of that hip flexor, that iliopsoas muscle. We're gonna stay in that longer position. You can place your feet slightly more to the front if you like. Deep breaths and slow exhales. We're gonna pull the knee forward for 10 seconds again. 10, 9, as hard as you can. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and push the knee backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7. Don't arch the back, keep the ribs down. 3, 2, 1, and stay in the position. Deep breaths. Nice. We're gonna go to the left side. So start in a half kneeling position, squeeze your glutes. Now Lean forwards until you find a stretch at the hip flexor. We're gonna pull the knee forwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And push the knee backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And deep breaths. If you want, place your foot slightly more to the front. Again, don't start leaning backwards. Keep your ribs down. Neutral position of the lower back. 2 deep breaths, and then we're gonna push the knee forwards again. There we go. Push. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And push back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we stay in this position for a little bit. Relax. So, now we stretch the muscles that pull our hip in anterior tilt. Now we're gonna get to the hamstring, which can be quite tight with a lot of people, which is the muscle pulling the hip in posterior tilt, so backwards. What we're gonna do, we're gonna get on one knee again, get your leg to the front, pull your toes towards yourself, tall chest. We're gonna lean forwards with a tall lower back, so a tall spine, until you find a stretch in the hamstring. We're gonna do the same thing. First, we're gonna press our heel into the floor for 10 seconds. We're gonna try to lift the leg up, which results in our upper body moving towards our thigh for 10 seconds. We do 2 rounds, loosening up the back side of the leg, the hamstring, to give that hip a bit more movement and less strain on the lower back. There we go. 10 seconds down. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 1. Pull yourself forwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And stay in this position. As you can see, your knee is slightly bent, so you really focus on the hamstring. You don't have to overextend the knee. A slight bend in the knee, pulling the toes towards yourself is perfect. We're gonna go for the second one, pushing down, 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pull yourself forwards. 8, 6, 2, 1. Stay in this position. Deep breaths. Deep inhale. Controlled exhale. Again, if your lower back hurts, try to go to the position where it just not hurts. So you can go to the edge, but stay out of pain at all times. 2, 1. We get to the other leg. Left side in my case. Leg to the front, toes towards yourself. Your knee can be slightly bent. Press your hips backwards. Keep your chest nice and tall. We're gonna start by pushing down the heel for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pull yourself towards the thigh. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Keep your chest nice and tall. Lower back in a neutral position. Deep inhale. Slow exhale. gonna push the heel down one more time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pull yourself forwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the position. Big inhale, you'll feel good stretch at the hamstring. Slow exhale. One more. Great. So we've been opening up the spine, flex it, extend it, rotate, sideways, all the things the spine can do. And we've opened up the two muscles that can pull our hip in a position the lower back doesn't necessarily like. Now we're gonna go to engaging the core. So the core consists of abdominal muscles which run straight, transversal, crosswise. We've got our pelvic floor, we've got deep muscles in our back, and we've got our diaphragm. All together, they're like a balloon, creating intra-abdominal pressure. When you take an inhale and you close your throat, you can use the air to press outwards. So what I want you to do is bring your thumbs to the back, bring your fingers around your waist, and then squeeze into your abdominals and back. Now I want you to press outwards with that pressure. So we take an inhale and press outwards. Now you feel a proper core engagement is 360 around, so at the front, side, and back. Imagine somebody punching you in the belly button. That's what I want you to do. So this is a proper core engagement. To stabilize our lower back, it's really important to being able to have a proper core engagement so we can move our arms or legs without moving the lower back. This is really important to create power. So we need proximal stiffness to create distal athleticism. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna get into all positions to prevent flexion, extension, lateral flexion with 3 moves called the Big 3 of Mr. Stuart McGill. He's the king of spines. We're gonna get into a all 4 position, and I want you to find a neutral position with the spine, which is a slight arch in your lumbar spine. Now, I want you to take that inhale and imagine pressing those fingers outwards so we create a nice brace with the core. If you've got a good brace, you can move your leg backwards without the lower back joining the party. What you see happening a lot is that we bring up the leg quite high and the lower back starts to arch. I want you to first brace, so keep it tight, then imagine pushing a box backwards. The lower back is not moving at all, so the goal is to keep your body as still as possible, only moving the legs just like in a squat or a lunge. The spine is stabilized, the leg is moving. If you can do this, then you can choose to add an arm as well. So we're pushing a box back, making a fist squeeze real hard and reach forwards to making it a bit harder. If you already struggle just using your leg, you can also choose to only use the arm. The arm will try to pull the ribs up, which we resist with the brace. The leg will try to pull the hip up, which again we resist with the brace. We're gonna make 6 repetitions of 10 seconds, holding the position statically, so isometric. There we go. First 3 on one side, then 3 on the other. So find your neutral position. Then we get into a brace. you can bring together your fist and knee. Don't move the lower spine. Extend backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get them together. And back to the front. Make sure your spine is not moving at any time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the core braced so the lower back is not arching. And the last one. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was one side. You felt it's quite intense, so those 10 seconds should be as intense as possible. Really focusing on keeping your spine super stable. If you do it properly, no matter how fit you are, this takes a lot of effort. You're gonna get to the other side. So first, neutral spine, slight arch. Kick the box back, reach forwards. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get them together. And don't arch. Keep the same position just like you do in the squat. The back is not moving. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And one more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. That's move number 1, called the bird dog. 2 to go. The second one we're gonna do is a side plank. Again, we're gonna do 3 reps of 10 seconds on each side. We can either do the side plank from our knees, bringing the elbow straight under the shoulder, bringing up the hips, rotating slightly forwards to engage the core properly. So the shoulder and hip are slightly twisted forwards. If you're strong enough, we will extend our legs, the upper hip slightly in front of the lower. Twist inwards, and we're gonna hold 10 seconds, relax for 5, 3 times on both sides. There we go. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and relax for 5. I want you to give all your intention in those 10 seconds. Nothing is moving in the body. Second round, so don't do it gentle, but with 100% intention. 6, 4, 2, and relax. You see I'm shaking after 10 seconds already. In 2, 1, other side. Let's go. 10, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Then we move into the other side. Set up, choose the one that works best for you. 10-second hold, 5-second break. Both legs are straight or both are bent. The upper leg is in front of the lower one. Get the hip up. 10, twist inward slightly. Keep your shoulders together. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. You can grab your hand around the waist and again feel if you have pressure at the back, side, and front. There we go. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and relax. One more round. So feel front, side, back, squeeze into it, press them out. There we go. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 1, and relax. Now we get to the last exercise of today, called the curl up. So first, we did the back side of the bird dog. Then we did the side. Now we go to the front of the core. I want you to lengthen one leg. Put your hands under the lower back. And they're gonna act like pressure sensors. When you're curling up, you will feel your spine pushing into the hands. We don't want to feel anything to happen in this exercise. The hands are underneath the back. I don't want you to increase the pressure during the exercise. The exercise is as follows. We're gonna bring, first, tuck the chin, then we brace. So again, pressure outwards as if you're pushing away the fingers. And then we lift the head slightly off the floor without the spine arching or pressing into the floor. So you should feel the same pressure on top of those fingers acting as pressure sensors. We're gonna do 10 seconds, 5 seconds break with both legs pulled in. So first 3 on this side and 3 on the other. There we go. So brace, tuck the chin, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Don't lift the head up super high because then your lower back will press down. Second round, double chin, brace and lift. 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Especially if you feel the neck, make sure to make a sexy double chin. There we go. Brace, double chin. Just a small lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Switch legs. Last 3 reps. Tuck the chin. Brace. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. 2, 1, brace, tuck, up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go down. Last one. Brace, tuck, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Great job, guys. So these 3 moves, if you suffer from back pain, I advise you to do these at least 3 times a week. We can do them every day. Hold 10 seconds 3 times on each side to learn to stabilize your lower back in all directions. So to prevent flexion, extension, lateral flexion, and rotation. Because if you learn how to stabilize your lumbar spine, your spine won't get into positions where it starts to hurt, and then combining it with a bit of mobility if needed, if you have a stiff thoracic spine, you will be able to dissolve your back pains. Thank you very much, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.